Okay, awesome. And so I think I'm going to put it on speaker view. Awesome. I'm gonna do this and see how that works. All right. All right. All right. So welcome everybody. We are recording. Thank you for your patience for those that logged on a couple of minutes early. And so we're really excited about today's call. There's so much going on, and we really just want to jump right into this. And so I believe Mr. Dave MacArthur is here. Dave, are you there? You go. So Dave, I was thinking, you and I was just kind of, thinking about this call. I'm really excited, and my wife and I just kind of got home late last night from spending 2 weeks on the road, and we kind of blended a mini family vacation road trip into a road, like a tour, and just kind of visiting people that we've been working with over the past couple of years, and kind of just sharing the excitement of what's coming, what's right around the corner. So 2 years ago, I met you on a Zoom just like this, and I was really excited about what you had shown us, what you introduced us to, and then you had actually introduced us to our guest speaker for tonight. So just wanted to kind of, turn it over to you, say thank you to you, Dave, 2 years ago, connecting on Zoom, and then shortly after that, I heard somebody say the world ended, and we were still from home over the past 16 months through all this stuff that we went through. We were still able to work from home, impact other people's lives very significantly, and we're extremely grateful for your mentorship and how you have guided us through Isagenix. So I really just wanted to turn it over to you, and then you could initially introduce Kathy, and then we can ask her a couple of questions and introduce her to the folks that may not have heard, may not have met her before, may be hearing about Isagenix for the first time. And then we got some really exciting announcements from Miss Kathy Coover at the very end. So Dave, I'll turn it over to you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Willie. Hi, everyone. And Carrie's on here too. She just logged on. I don't know if you can make her a co-host.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love for her to have some input here too, and maybe just change that up. But Carrie and I are home at the same time. What a unique thing. Actually, we're home quite a bit, but not always when we're doing Zooms and things like this. And so I told Carrie like 2 minutes ago. There's JoJo too. Maybe make JoJo a co-host. What a call! What a Zoom! This has been amazing, being able to connecting with people like this on a regular basis. And I just, maybe let's have Carrie's input. I'll just share real quick. Isagenix, Jim and Kathy's vision, and their work ethic, and their knowledge, and their skills have totally blessed mine and Carrie's life, our whole family. And it'll never be the same. And it's taken us to levels that we never dreamed of, because it's been incremental. As we hit our goals, then we see what's next. And we passed our dream life, I don't know, probably the second year in Isagenix, Kathy, and here we are 16 years later. Wow. And what an incredible vision you and Jim and now Eric have really put in place. And it hasn't been easy, has it? It's putting all these systems together, and I know what it's been for us to build this organization within Isagenix. So I could only imagine what it's been like for you. And so I'll just, a lot of people know my story. I know there's a lot of new guests on here, but I'm going to let Carrie just share a few things and then introduce Kathy. And I know that Willie has some questions that he wants to go through to really help see the foundation and why we're so excited about what we're a part of.
Hi, thanks. Yeah, I always love listening to Dave tell our story, and sometimes I'm like, but you forgot this part and you forgot this part. So maybe everyone will hear the in between the lines and behind the scenes of the story this time. But we found Isagenix at a time when Dave was tapped out, really. He functioned on a trunk load of Rockstar energy drinks and anything else he could find that would just help his energy, caffeine pills and Snickers bars and whatever. And then he would come home and sleep for lunch, and then he'd go back to work and he'd sleep, and then he'd work on cars in the driveway, and then he would come sleep and, get up early for a paper route. We were also doing, foster care, full-time professional parenting, and I had a music studio on the side. I mean, all the things that we could do to make ends meet, and they didn't still quite meet. We had a lot of stress and a lot of I mean, we were a great family, and we were really living at the top of where we believed life could end. You know, we watched our parents and, you know, our communities around us reach a ceiling, and this is what life was. You go to work, you come home, you repeat, you know, and so it was hard to believe kind of that there was more, but at the same time there was something in both Dave and I, and really strong in Dave, but I could see it going out. And I, you know, when we first met, I saw the light in Dave, and I saw his dream and his vision, and watching that go out for me was super hard. And so we started looking. I was doing another direct marketing company, and I was doing a booth next to a bunch of really annoying, happy people. They were being so annoying and so happy, and they just like wouldn't stop talking, and they kept trying to bother me. And so I was doing, you know, really important stuff and super serious. And anyway, I finally let them tell the story. And, you know, long story short, I saw myself, and I didn't even realize I didn't feel good. I was so focused on Dave. I saw myself in their before and after pictures, and I saw Dave in their before and after pictures and in their stories. But then I looked at the people, and I could see they were the same people, but they weren't the same people. And I started seeing that what they had was what we were looking for and what I wanted. And so I grabbed Dave and I pulled him over to the booth, and he took the card and threw it away. So I entered a drawing, and that's how we entered at Isagenix. And once Dave saw that I won the drawing, he decided he'd join me and do a 9-day cleanse. And I watched my Dave, I kid you not, I watched Dave, my husband, change in 9 days. I mean, it was actually before the 9 days were over. I watched my super tired, exhausted, depressed husband turn back into the Energizer Bunny with dreams and visions that, you know, that inspired me. And he hasn't stopped, honestly. And it's because he hasn't ever stopped putting those products in his body, and I haven't stopped putting the products in my body. And I love to look backward and look at our life back then, and then look where we are now. And I have to pinch myself often, like, this is for real. I could talk for hours because I just love this company so much. I won't, but I will say I you know, watched and followed in silence from behind, and I would go to all the events. To be honest, at the beginning, it was because I wanted people to know that my super hot husband was married, and so I would go, and and I would watch this company, and I couldn't doubt the feeling that I had every time. And it was more than nutrition, it was more than money, it was heart, it was integrity, and it was like this extreme power. And it was in 2008 when the rest of the world was going through, I mean, our country was going through a recession of sorts. And I heard Jim Coover say from the stage, we know there's a recession going on, we just choose not to participate. And then they offered, you know, I think it was, I might have my numbers wrong, but like $19 million at the front of the compensation plan. And then the very next event, I watched people talking about how they'd saved their home, all because of Isagenix. And at that time, I was all in with both feet. And I mean, not just in watching, but like being included in the wholeness of Isagenix. And my best friends are in Isagenix. My family, I mean, my family and Isagenix is a big part of our family. And I don't know where we would be without it, honestly. And then, you know, the last thing, as I go to introduce Kathy Coover, I would watch her. Well, I would watch the stage, and I saw that the leaders and millionaires would just get bigger and bigger. And the other company that I was in, it was the same people all the time. So that was really cool to see that it just kept growing and growing and growing. And I would watch Kathy Coover with awe, and she was so untouchable to me. And I would just love to like be able to talk to her. And I remember the first time I got up the courage to talk to Kathy, and I just was talking to her, and I realized that number one, she's real, she's human, and she didn't even start network marketing in an environment where people were telling her that she couldn't do it, and she might as well not even try, until she was like 42 years old, which was right about where I was at the time, where I was thinking it was too late, you know, for me to amount to anything. And that right there was like, I love this woman, I'm inspired by her, I look up to her, and I'm just really happy to be able to turn the time over now to you, Kathy. Thank you so much for all you do.
There we go. Thank you, Carrie. Your story is so inspiring. It's just so great. I just love seeing families being able to work together. It's just the best. It really is. And this is the best profession when it's done right. And Willie asked me to share a few things with you today and a little bit about my background. And so bottom line, when I was very young, I was 18, I came down with cancer, and it changed my life because, it made me really, really take nutrition seriously. And, when you're young, I was only 18. When you're young, you think you're invincible. You don't think you have to eat right. You can do anything. Everything's going to be fine. But that was a defining moment in my life, and it really changed me. I really got into health. And then I became a dental hygienist. And I did that for 18 years, and it was great. I started the first dental hygiene center in California because I got tired of giving all the money to the dentist, and I decided to create my own center. But it was still dirty teeth. And so I made the decision in 1992. I joined network marketing. My husband encouraged me to go in. And the reason I didn't do it before is because I was afraid to speak in front of the room. And I was afraid to explain one of those compensation plans. And but I got over my fear, and I was very fortunate to become the top income earner in my first company. They sold that company, and I had to look for another company because I had integrity issues with the people that bought it. And I couldn't stand up in front of the room and say, this is a good company. And integrity is everything to me. And so I found another one. I built it from scratch, and that was my biggest run ever. And it was phenomenal. And then they had some issues. And so I had to build again with another company. And then September 11th hit. And Jim and I both decided to really just retire, because we'd been very successful and we'd made a lot of money, and just take a little break. And as soon as we did that, John Anderson contacted us. We moved into our new house in Scottsdale, Arizona, plugged the phone in, the name comes up, John Anderson. And we went over and met him, and really saw that he wanted to create a company with no compromise products. And he wanted us to be his partner. So we said, okay, we'll do it. If we can control it, and we can create a company that's all about the people, something they can count on, something they'd be so proud to be a part of, just like Willie and Digna and Dave and Carrie, they're proud to be a part of it. It's their company. This is their business, that we were going to do it. We started with 7 employees. I can't even believe it. 7 employees. I remember licking stamps at night till 3 a.m, getting the payroll out, all those things. And then we gradually grew. We started with 4 products, and she talked about it, the 9-day cleanse. That's all we had in the beginning. Now we have approximately 80 products. And so it's been quite a journey. And Carrie mentioned, the comp plan. And, what I can tell you is we've had real good growth. We've always had really good growth. But once like Carrie said, when the recession hit, in 2008, 2009, and the layoffs, and remember the houses in foreclosure, oh my gosh, it was awful. And Jim and I said, we're not going to stand for this. We're going to add more money to the comp plan, because if we pay people when they start more money, when they're working really hard, it will really help everybody. And it did. It lifted our company up, and we went into momentum. And that was in 2012, 2013, 2014. So it's been a great ride. We've done over 8 billion accumulative in sales in our 19 years in business. And I'll tell you what, this last 2 years has been a reinvention, because let's face it, this world has changed. Everything has changed. Technology. I mean, when I started, we didn't even have an iPhone. So what we wanted to do is upgrade everything and create a new platform. And that's what we've been doing. And we're creating a new platform, new websites, new tools, new apps, everything to make people's life easy. And it's been amazing. We call it Isagenix 2.0. And it's really been phenomenal. I mean, we're going to be unveiling a lot of this at our celebration. That's online, and everybody on this call is welcome. It's free. You just go to isagenixevents.com and register. And if you're not a member yet, on the day of it, you can register without an ID number. You'll just be able to go in and register. So we want as many people to take a look, and that's on July 30th in the evening. You want to be on that because especially the first day, if you're new, you need to see the products, you need to see all these things in our leaders. It's phenomenal. We wanted to do it in person, but the world isn't quite ready for that yet. What I can tell you is part of the 2.0 process is really upgrading the customer experience, upgrading our website, upgrading our technology, upgrading our branding, and you'll see that look and feel on our website. And then we've introduced some new phenomenal products. Let's face it, weight loss is incredible. We were known as the weight loss company, but it's much more than weight loss, what we have. I mean, I'm about as lean as you can get, and I cleansed Monday and I felt fabulous the next day. I take the shakes and everything. And so, it's really about a healthy body, looking better, feeling better, being your best, being able to do more, to give more to people. And so what I can tell you is we introduced a new product. It's a collagen elixir product. It's in a little glass bottle. I don't think I have one on my desk but anyway, he does. He's got one. Willie's got one. And I'm telling you, we sold 1 million bottles the first day. We sold 17 million bottles now of this amazing product. And you know what I love about it? It's easy, it's simple, and it's duplicatable. And everybody wants to look good. And this is a product I thought, when we launched it would just be for people over 40. I'm telling you, the young kids are loving this just like we are because it helps, with blemishes on the skin, redness in the skin, things like that, rashes, and makes your hair thicker. But if you are in your 40s, watch out. It just I've never seen anything like it in my life. It is definitely a market disrupting product. It's a hero product. And no one has anything like this. I've taken collagen powders. None of them worked. None of them did anything. This one did. My fine lines went away. My neck is tighter. Everything. It's like Spanx for the whole body. That's the way I describe it. It tightens everything up. It takes the puffiness out of your eyes. I just went and had an appointment. The gal goes, "Oh my God, you look 10 years younger than you did last year." And I went, "Well, that's why." So, it's easy too, and it's a good door open. You can do that, and then you could add the other products once you get them in, like the Isagenix, the shakes, and things like that. And we're introducing an incredible new product. We're having our celebration, an incredible new product, and it's an adaptogen elixir. And the same thing, it's in this little glass bottle, so it's easy. People want easy, and you just twist it off, you drink it. And it is the most phenomenal product for stress. We've had a stress product, but this is like it on steroids. It's so much more potent. And a bottom line, what it does, I took some notes. I'm going to tell you some of the things that we have studies on with this product. 34% reduction in stress, 31% of people sleep better, 40% better concentration, 33% less tired throughout the day. And after 4 weeks on the product, people felt 50% less lazy. They wanted to do more. And so it's going to be a home run. And everybody has stress, and it's going to be so easy. We'll have a pack that's look good, that's a collagen, and then feel good, which will be our adaptogen elixir. So we'll be introducing that on Wednesday, on the Friday night, July the 30th. And I'm doing a big call tomorrow with Dr. Josh, so that we want to get the field ready. So everybody has 100 new customers ready to go. So we have another $1 million of bottles sold. And I know we can do it. It's phenomenal. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a journey. And I'll tell you what, I feel like we've just reinvented the whole company. We're just getting started. We really are the ambassador to the profession. And that was Jim and my goal when we started. We wanted to create something that would last, that would be a legacy, that would be, we'd be part of your family. And that's what it's become. And my son is very much involved. He's just doing a phenomenal job. He's moving back to the USA. I can't wait. And so anyway, he's really the chief visionary officer. And he's really stepped up and he's just phenomenal. So, you know, we have created a legacy for our family, and we want you to create a legacy for your family, something that will be there another 20, 30 years that you can count on. You build this nest egg that keeps building and building. And we have the best compensation plan, bar none. I have worked 3. I've worked a stair-step breakaway, a unilevel, a trinary. First company I built 10 legs, then 9 legs, then 2 legs. And when Jim saw me build 2 legs, and I did it so fast, 6 weeks, I was a 6-figure earner. He goes, my gosh, I'm going to study this. So we kind of modeled it after that. But what we did that was brilliant is we added a whole bunch of front money so that people can make money as they go. Because, you know, if you've been in network marketing, it takes a while to build that back end. So it's brilliant. It's phenomenal. We have pools. And, you know, and we want everybody to be successful. We're not like the traditional companies that their owners don't know what they're doing with network marketing. We built, Jim and I both built, and that's the difference. And Eric's built too. So, you know, that was part of the prerequisite of him coming to work, that he had the experience of being in the field. So what I would say that if you're looking at this for the first time, you found the right company. You're looking for strength and stability. And that's what Isagenix is. You're not looking for a quick fix, a startup. I mean, you can join these money games and things, but they go away and your reputation's on the line. And you want to be with something that's going to be there. You want to be something you could be proud about, that your kids, I mean, I know the names of a lot of the children in Isagenix, their parents. I mean, they come up and hug me. And I mean, it's just a beautiful community. So, you know, we're really making a difference in the world. We truly believe that everybody needs to live the life that they deserve, that everybody needs to look better, feel better, and be able to give more and do more and earn more. And especially with this crazy time, you know, this is perfect to have a side business with Isagenix that you can count on. We've never missed a paycheck in 19 years. And, you know, I know Dave and Carrie have accumulated, they've made over $9 million. I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, not too many people can say that. You know, and that's no guarantee that will happen to any of you on the call, but it just shows you what's possible. You know, it shows you the possibility. They have worked very, very hard. Willie and Digna are going up the ladder very, very fast. They're being extremely successful. They're one of the largest Hispanic groups in Isagenix, and we're just so grateful for all of them, all of the community that we have. And we're going to take this to the next level. So if you're ready and you want to be a part of it, we have everything. We have the systems in place. We didn't just, you know, when you come into Isagenix, you'll have the tools, you'll have the systems, you'll have the apps, you'll have everything. And it just keeps getting better. We keep looking for new things every single day. And if you are already a member, make sure to be on my call tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, because we're going to show you how to market the adaptation elixir. We're going to give you everything. We're going to give you the deliverables, all the social shareables. We're going to give you the videos, everything, so that you can do a lot of pre-activity. So when we come Friday, boom, that we're going to have an explosion. And we just know people want things simple and easy, and that's what we're bringing. And we have so many exciting things coming in the future. We have a product pipeline for 2 years. Not too many companies do that. So we're very vested, and we appreciate your time today. And so I'm going to turn it back over to Willie or whoever's taking over after me.
Oh my God, Kathy, I'm literally, I mean, I'm holding back the tears. I am so grateful, so grateful. I know my wife feels the same, and I know any of the associates that are here. However, your story, your experience with prior companies, I was thinking about today, like, you know, this call and where we are, and I was thinking, and the first thing that came to mind, I said, listen, we've been with the bad and the ugly. We've been with the bad and the ugly, you know, and so we're with the good. And you know, initially, and I'm so grateful, you know, Dave's mentorship and his leadership and his guidance and his expertise, and he's been there right there with us. So grateful to hear Carrie's story. It's great to hear both perspectives. And then with us initially, like Digna and I, you know, we were very cautious, you know, initially with Isagenix, and every time without fail, Isagenix has always did what they said they were going to do. They always favored, you know, the customer and the associate, as long as it made sense. And when we realized that, I mean, we just came from this 2-week, vacation on the road. We absolutely love Isagenix, and we are so grateful that we finally found a place that we can call home and plant our flag. And so, I mean, what's about to happen in the next couple of weeks, that was part of the reason why we wanted to have this call, to just hear your heart, to just hear your excitement. I was fighting back the tears. I was like, oh my God, you're just so amazing. And we're so grateful. And the way, and I've said this to you before in the past, the way that Digna and I have been taught to show our gratitude is in action. So I'm fired up and I'm so grateful. I don't know if Digna and Dave might want to say something before. I know you have another engagement in a few minutes, but if Dave and Digna want to open their mics and say something, maybe ask you before you go.
Sure. I have a few more minutes for my next call.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Digna.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Digna.
Thank
I just do have one thing to say.
I'm gonna be very, very quick. Thank you, Dave and Carrie, for being such great mentors and for introducing us to Isagenix. And Kathy, every time, your story and what you've done for us, for my family, and the families that are here tonight, we are forever grateful. We love Isagenix. We went on a road trip. We stopped everywhere. We had meetings everywhere. People are so excited about this, this new health that Isagenix bring to us, this new energy. And I'm just excited for tomorrow, 7 p.m. Everybody has to be on the Zoom, guys, 7 p.m. because they're going to break down this new product, which I have a little bottle here. Kathy, I don't know, but I tried this thing and I'm like blown away of how I felt. And I'm like, I cannot wait for you to try. So get ready, get excited, and thank you so very much.
You'll be able to order it Friday in the morning. So I'm just telling you that. So you don't have to wait till the evening. So start checking around 9 a.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because, it's going to go ballistic.
Hey, I don't really have anything to say. I mean, it's just been it's a fairy tale dream life come true for me and Carrie. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without Isagenix. And we're looking at Isagenix right here. And here she is on the, we're all Isagenix really, right? But the speed of the leader, speed of the pack. And Kathy is blazing a trail in front of us and setting the example. I do just want to say one thing though, that you kind of funny. I had my teeth cleaned today at the dentist.
Okay.
And I now know why you were looking for something better. She did a great job, but I mean, I couldn't see.
I'll tell you, we probably have 50, 60 hygienists in Isagenix, and some of them, the one that's on my panel, she quit. They're good ones.
Yeah, she was asking me questions and I told her about it. So I told her about Isagenix. So I'll be going back there again. So, well, thank you so much, Willie, Kathy, Carrie. I love you. I have amazing, I can say, women in my life now, Carrie and Kathy, and so many people out there that are catching this vision. It's like Jim Coover said, guys, just get out of the way for the women. Just let them do their thing, right? And it's just such a blessing in our lives. And Carrie has been the greatest blessing in my life. And then Isagenix and our family and our ISA family, what a blessing. And I would just, if I could just push you over the edge, guys, just with my finger, like just get you to make that decision, become committed. That's the call to action today. You got to become committed to something or you'll fall for anything, right? You'll be pushed around in this world. Become committed, plant your feet. And it's like T. Harv Eker said, who wrote The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. If you can't make it in Isagenix, you can't make it anywhere. Because when it comes to Isagenix, the grass is not greener on the other side. And we're a testimony to that. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Kathy.
Awesome. If everybody could unmute themselves, I think I muted everybody, but I made it possible for everybody to unmute themselves. Let's just send Kathy off with a lot of love. If you can open your mic.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy.
Love you, Kathy.
Very good.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Yeah.
Let me stop the recording real quick. Hold on.
Impressive.